Terrace Squad. Let's talk about non-human, non-animal, para-based creatures. Do they exist? Do I believe? No. Yeah, no, I don't. Oh, I don't know the answer to that. Do I believe? There's one. It's a demon. Y'all know I don't believe in demons. Do I believe? No, yes. I don't know. I guess it depends on the day, to be honest with you. Here's the thing. I do not believe in angels and demons. I don't believe in angels and demons. If you've seen my vlogs on my website or my vlogs here, I don't think we've covered... Wow, that's German Shepherd hair flying at me. I don't think we've covered angels yet. I could be wrong. I don't know. I think we kind of scraped the surface with aliens. But I know we definitely talked about demons. And my written blogs definitely talk about all the above. So, I feel like it's sort of hypocritical for me to say that I believe in anything like leprechauns and unicorns and shit if I don't believe in angels and demons. However, if you actually paid attention to my content, you'll see that I don't not believe in them. I just don't believe in them the way that society believes in them. Do you know what I mean? So, like, yes, I believe in entities that are super hella bad and amazing and do great things, but I don't call them angels and demons, and I don't believe in the commercialized image. Totally not this vlog. Y'all have to go look at those on your own. But here's the thing. I'm Irish and I'm Native. Both definitely are into, like, you know, the Native side isn't more into, like, trees have feelings, and I guess scientifically they do. I don't fucking know. You know, there's stuff. And then, I'm not claiming to know anything about Native culture either, so don't at me. I didn't mean to offend anybody. It is in my blood. It is part of who I am. I'm just not educated to pretend I know. On the Irish side, however, we got the fairies, we got leprechauns, we got all sorts of, we got the banshee, we got all sorts of shit. I know the Loch Ness Monster, I believe, is in Scotland, not Ireland, but I've always been fascinated by the Loch Ness Monster. I'm a hardcore believer in Atlantis. Like, hardcore. Like, I can't wait to be, like, almost retired, and, like, at the end of, I mean, obviously I want this journey, but towards the end of this ride, like, in my 50s, I'm gonna hardcore look into Atlantis in every aspect. I want to go to Egypt, which I believe is what Atlantis became. Totally different vlog. We'll get there one day. But yeah, I love that. And I think that, see, here we go. So, like, I do think the Loch Ness is potentially a leftover species from Atlantis. I do believe in mermaids, actually. So, I don't know. My dad swore, and he could have been messing with us. We were kids, you know. I was only 10 when he died, so who knows. But he swore to God he saw Bigfoot once. Here's the problem with me being in this industry, being gifted. Every test I've ever taken on left brain, right brain, every single one, and I've taken a lot over the years. I don't know why, but for some reason I always have to take these tests. I think I did one for the police force. I did one in high school. I did one in college. I did one for something else. Anyways, they always say I'm literally 50-50, split right down the middle between left and right. I personally feel like I'm way more right because I'm so creative and, like, weird as shit. But, and I don't like math and can do without science, and history's A. Anyways, not really relevant, but kind of, because I feel like, as someone who is so intricately part of the other side, you would think that I would be open to everything or so much, and instead I'm very much of a, if I didn't see it, it didn't exist. If I can't touch it, it doesn't need, like I that's not really how I am, but that's where my instinct goes. I'm able to override that because I obviously know better, but I feel like if I wasn't gifted, I would absolutely be a non-believer. Like, that's how weird it is. Like, if I didn't have gifts, I think I would be a skeptic. Like, it's fucking weird. So, it's hard for me when I hear these stories of, like, fairies and nymphs and weird creatures that, like, scratch people and shit, and I'm just like, no, what? But, I don't actually, how do I even say this? Like, I feel like anything is possible. There is absolutely no way I will sit here in any capacity and say, no, there's no such thing of anything. Even the angels and demons, if you actually pay attention to my content, I don't not think that those things exist. I just don't refer to them the way that you guys do, that so many people do, and I don't feel that you're gonna have to go watch the content, but it's not that I don't believe that those creatures exist, entities exist. It's just that I don't believe them to be the same context that so many people view them as. So I'm not saying that those things, those entities aren't real. I'm just saying that here's the thing, at the end of the day, regardless, like I've said in so many videos, a soul is a soul is a soul. That's how I look at it. So a cow soul might have been an ant in a past life, and a dog soul might have been a human in a past life. I could have been a fucking cockroach once. I don't know. But what I do know is that a soul is a soul is a soul. So to me, the meat suit doesn't matter at all, right? These are our meat suits. These are temporary bodies for our souls to learn whatever lessons we need to learn in, right? So if you're a shitty fucking person, maybe you're a cockroach down, you're gonna get stepped on. If you were a lazy ass bum who fucking mooched off everybody when you were alive as a human, maybe you're a hardworking worker bee or an ant or something now, and that's, I don't know. I'm just saying that's how I view reincarnation and all that jazz. So for me, it's kind of irrelevant what the meat suit is, but obviously we're living creatures and we're fascinated by other living creatures. And if you think about speciesism, I'm pretty sure it's not a word, but I'm inventing it now, so now it is. Just think about like the mammals, right? How many dogs and cats and squirrels and monkeys, and I mean, just go to the zoo, go to the jungle, go to the Amazon, go anywhere, you know. Then you got the fucking sea life. Ew, we're not gonna really talk about it because I don't do fish, but you understand there's like whales and sharks and jellyfish and fucking plants that are alive, like anemone, like what's the Nemo one? Anemone. I don't y'all, I don't know. But things are living, breathing things, you know. Plants are supposed to actually have feelings. I have a hair that's driving me nuts. Plants are supposed to be living, breathing, like things. Like they respond to music. They respond to like different stimuli. Like they actually have feelings. They've been doing studies on. And look at insects. My God, you know, and reptiles. How many fucking kinds of reptiles are there? How many different snakes are there? How many different kind of bugs that are we just finding all over the world? Especially now with the media, social media, and the internet, we can see things we never even could imagine were existing. You know, so we have all these different creatures. You know, who am I to say that we don't have different variations of those? Like, if we have all these different creatures, why not have a Bigfoot? Why not have a fucking fairy? Like, why not have a nymph? Why not have a whatever the hell else is, a unicorn, dragons, whatever? Now, here's the thing. Our own species are dying, right? They're becoming extinct. Dinosaurs were guaranteed a thing. Sorry, Grimsby's everywhere, even when he's not. So, what do you guys think? Tell me down below how you feel about this, because I'm very mixed. Like, my brain wants to say, "Are you kidding me? Don't you think if there was a unicorn, we would have fucking seen it by now? Don't you think if there was a Bigfoot?" But then, like, I see dead people, so like, and part of me says, "Yeah, but we capture that all the time. Like, there's so much evidence of that. People just don't want to agree." Like, people just want to try to rationalize it when really there's proof. We don't actually have fucking photographs of or videos of unicorns. Although I have seen some pretty compelling Loch Ness Monster content, and I think that there might be Bigfoot sightings, like actual. I don't know. That's not my realm. It's not my field. Let's talk about it. That's what this is for. Let's talk Tuesdays. I don't know how I feel about it, to be quite 100% honest. I feel like I used to be very like, no. And actually, you know what's interesting? We're not going to go there, but I just want to kind of, if you notice content on my blog, my written blog on my website changing or deleting, it's because I'm growing up as not just a person, but, oh, that was weird. Sorry guys, sometimes weird shit like that happens. I'm growing not just as a person, but as a gifted individual, and I come to my own insights, and So like, for example, I was always raised by my grandma who said like, you do not ever charge for anything gift related because it makes you look like a charlatan, and we work too hard to establish ourselves uh, as legitimate people to be looked at as a charlatan, and you're setting us back by doing that. Mind you, my grandmother was in her 70s when she passed away, and she passed away like 10 years ago. So, damn, it's been that long. Anyways, so her generation didn't have where I am. We all are, all of us in this community, but especially as someone with gifts, are so incredibly blessed. This is going to be its own vlog one day. Maybe it probably is already snuck into a lot of other vlogs, but we are so blessed to be present in this time, in this generation, in this this era that we're in. This amazing openness and exposure to what is, and I feel like I believed wholeheartedly what she said, and I adhered to that completely. However, through my experiences over the years, I have met very hardworking people in this industry who give their everything. Tarot readers, or Reiki healers, just even psychics. I know when I'm working with anything that involves the other side in any context, it does drain me very quickly, and that's with me being like just doing my thing with the other side. To work with another human and all of their energy and all of their spiritual baggage, and then yours, and then to do it multiple times a day. Some of these people in any context, whether it be healing, whether it be reading people, whether it be providing guidance, whether it be teaching them how to do their I now understand that that is, you're not paying for the gift, you're paying for their time, you're paying for their energy, you're paying for their rebuild. So it is still a very touchy subject for me because I've been programmed to think that that's a bad thing to charge for your gifts. Also, there are so many fucking frauds that are scamming the shit out of people, and it does make me sick, and it does make us all look bad. So it is a really fine, slippery slope, but I am evolving my thought process on that. So with that, my blog is going to be actually probably just removed. And this is probably the most I'm going to talk about it, because it's not really a factor for me anymore. So like that, this context, I think is going to be slightly different than what's on my blog. I'm probably going to go and update it and change it, because I think I was way more left-brained about it before. I think I've always been in the never say never. That was my dad saying, never say never. I personally think anything is possible. I will never say nothing is possible. But I definitely think I was much more of the probably not really a thing for a lot of these creatures. Just because, like I said, by nature, I'm a skeptic. And over the years, I've come to realize that whether, I don't know, guys. I feel like, here's what I think. Especially, oh my god, especially when we're talking about the ocean. Y'all, we know nothing about the ocean. Nothing about the ocean. And how many islands are there? Like, actual land islands that we have not discovered. And how many hidden caves have we not discovered? And how many up high rocky mountain locations that we can't get to have we not discovered? Like, there's so much of this fucking planet we have not discovered. So to say that there's not a unicorn family trying to rebuild the species somewhere, I don't know. Maybe there are. Maybe there's a whole fucking colony of leprechauns in Ireland trying to migrate to the US and chase fucking rainbows. I don't know. That's not my deal. So here's what happens when people tell me these stories about their fairies and their leprechauns and whatever other. There's so many creatures, you guys. I didn't even know that there were so many creatures until I started hearing about so many creatures. What's going to happen to me involuntarily is you're going to probably see me winch or cringe or like, okay, like, good for you, boss. Like, it's a knee-jerk reaction because my brain goes, but I have insight, and I have the ability to, it's funny to use the word rationalize in a conversation about irrational things, but that is what it is. I have the ability to say, my brain is doing something on its own that I don't agree with, so I'm going to go past that knee-jerk, what the fuck, and say, to each is their own. It's entirely possible. I don't know. That's what I'm going to say. And so if you're ever at a conference with me, if you're ever at a book signing with me, if you're ever at any event with me ever, and you're telling me a story about any sort of creature, and my body does a weird thing, or my face makes a weird thing, or I kind of do like a, okay, cool, please don't take it personal. It is not necessarily me, it is that knee-jerk reaction, and I promise you, after that initial dumbassness that comes out of me, I will completely 100% listen to you and take everything in that you're saying and fully consider everything that you're saying. And maybe I still won't agree. Maybe I don't have an opinion. Maybe I'll be like, dude, you sold me. Let's go check this out. I don't know. I don't know how that will go down. But I promise you that I am open to all possibilities for all creatures, for all life sources. And I will never say nothing doesn't exist. That's not right. There is nothing that I will say does not exist. In its full capacity. How do I say this? No, there's no demons, and no, there's no angels, but yes, there are those entities. Y'all gonna have to watch the videos to understand what the hell I'm talking about, because I know that sounds like a contradiction, but this is a hard one for me. This video is one of the hardest videos because I don't actually have an opinion. I'm opinionated about everything, but I'm kind of indifferent about these creatures. You know how some people say, like, I don't believe in ghosts, but I want to? I've never seen one, so I can't really believe, but I wish I could. Like, I would die to have that experience, and you're like, dude, then you believe. Like, well, either you believe or you don't. That's how I feel about this shit. Okay, here's a story for you. A little story time. When I was like, originally I'm from Montana. I'm in Portland now, so if it fucking even sprinkles snow, people hibernate and you never see them. In Montana, we could have snow up to our necks and be building, like, igloos and just be playing. So, I remember being out, full snow, like, up to, like, I was little, so it was, like, up to my waist almost, running around the snow. And, I swear to God, I'm telling you, we had this, like, playground out in the back of our complex. I was with some friends, and I swear I saw a fucking leprechaun. I saw a leprechaun. It was a little green, it was your stereotypical leprechaun. I swear it laughed, I swear it giggled, and I swear it fucking took off down the strip into, we have like these woods across the complete opposite end of our apartment complex. And I see it, you know, like a peekaboo. Have I gone over that yet? I don't think I've gone over that with you guys yet. Okay, well, coming soon is going to be a let's talk about my terms. A peekaboo for me is a peekabooer is one of those spirits. You ever have like a spirit who, like, swear to God you just saw it out of the corner of your eye, or you know they're like looking over it and you look and they're just really sketchy. You know they're there, you can feel them, you can see them, they keep fucking doing it, but they never just stick around long enough for you to figure out what they want. That's a peekabooer. They did that kind of thing. This leprechaun thing did this, like, whoop, whoop, now you see me, now you don't. And I was like, what in the mind blown? And I went to go chase this leprechaun, but like I said, it just disappeared. But what it did leave, what I saw, were fucking little footprints all over the snow. Everywhere. All the way to that thing. I followed these damn footprints until I couldn't go across the street to the big woods. So I run in and tell my mom, oh my God, this is what happened. She comes out, she goes, those are deer prints. I'm like, I didn't just see a fucking deer. I saw a leprechaun. The leprechaun was here. The footprints match. It went the same direction. She's like, those are deer prints. I didn't see a deer. I saw a leprechaun. The story, you know, I've had some head trauma, but the story hasn't changed since before I was a kid. I remember the way I remember it. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what I saw? I don't know. I don't know. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know if there was a leprechaun. I don't know if I chased nothing. I don't know if I saw the footprints and then hallucinated the rest. I don't know. My mom said it was a deer. She wasn't there. But yeah, I swear to that story. Just like my dad swears he saw Bigfoot. Who knows if he was messing with us? We were kids. But I can't say it for anything else. So who knows? I guess I'm going to end this because I'm just rambling at this point. But for this, let's talk about non-human, non-animal, paranormal-based creatures. Paranormal, by the way, to me, in this context, just means, well, paranormal, not normal. That's what it means. A unicorn, a leprechaun, a fairy, a banshee, which is huge in my culture, nymphs, gnomes, What else is there? Actually, this will be fun. You guys down below, tell me if you believe in any of these things. Tell me if you know of any besides the ones I've mentioned, because I know there's a shit ton of different creatures that I don't know anything about. And don't put angels and demons, please, because I'm not entertaining that right now. And again, if you want to argue that that's a hypocrisy, go see the video and you understand what I'm talking about, because it's not. It's just different. So tell me if you believe, if I'm, which ones I'm missing, because I'm sure there's a ton. If you've had any experiences, I'm hella interested. I'm fascinated. That's the thing. I feel like that's the best analogy for me, is those people who say, I don't believe. Oh my god, my foot is so asleep. It feels like it's 600 pounds and it hurts. Those people who say like, I don't believe in ghosts, but I want to, and I feel like that's me. I can't say that I do believe in them, but I don't not believe in them enough that I would be open to believe in them if evidence you know, which I know is fucked up because of who I am and what I do, but like I just can't help it. Like that's just who I am. I'm a very logical person. I'm such a logical. I need logic. I'm a logical person. Again, makes no sense for me, but it is what it is. Anyways, so yeah. Do you believe? What am I missing? Tons of creatures I know. Have you ever had any experiences? If so, what was it? And anything else you guys want to say down below? Again, always, if it's messed up content, it's not going up. Just end of story. Kids are here. This is for learning purposes, and I'm not having kids learn bad stuff. So if you have something negative to say, keep it to yourself. Put it on someone else's page. Not my problem. It's not going up. But otherwise, let's just have fun. Tell me your stories. It can be funny. It can be hilarious. It can be stupid. It can be goofy. But it can be totally legit. If you have a legit experience with something that's like a para creature, fantasy, mystery like type creature, I want to know. I'm so fascinated by it. Also, if you know anything about Loch Ness Monster or Atlantis creatures, dude, I need to know everything about it. Because mermaids, Loch Ness Monsters. It's really funny because I hate fish and I hate sea life. Well, no, I don't hate. I hate fish. Not the topic for this discussion, but I'm fascinated by Atlantis, so I'm fucking obsessed with Atlantis. But that's it, you guys. I have nothing to say about this topic, but yeah, it's on my blog, so I had to cover it, because you guys know I had to finish my blogs before I went into new blogs. I need to get this shit wrapped up, because I want to start new content, like now, like yesterday, like last year, so I'm just trying to wrap it up. Let's Talk Tuesdays. Do I believe in non-human, non-animal, paranormal creatures? I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I'm indifferent. I'm undecided. I want to, but I don't know. But do you? Let me know down below. I love you guys so much. I'm sorry this did not answer the question at all, but have a good rest of your day. Mwah! That's dog hair everywhere.